Good afternoon, everyone. This is Jared Rand. Welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for Sunday, January 12, 2025, after 3:15 p.m. Eastern. True spiritual ecstasy is found in the union with the divine. In unity, your soul transcends all limitations and basks in eternal bliss. It is not something to be sought outside ourselves. For the real spiritual journey always begins within. When the heart opens to its true path, all distractions naturally fall away. And the sacred reunion with wholeness begins. The more we align with our divine essence, the clearer it becomes that external substances or temporary fixes can never provide the lasting fulfillment that our spirit so deeply craves. Real liberation is coming home to yourself. That gentle and profoundly healing voice inside you that is guiding every fragmented part of our being back into the light of truth. This homecoming requires sacred intention, a reverence for life, and a commitment to living authentically. Without your most sacred intention, even the most transformative tools or medicines can become distractions, pulling us further from our divine nature. Yet, when this life is approached with clarity and surrender, it becomes simple, profound, and deeply enriching. Our deepest surrender in this life emerges when we release external dependencies and live in harmony with the truth of who we are. Every act infused with sacred intention becomes a divine celebration. Our ego may continue to seek to distort even the most beautiful experiences into confusion or suffering. Yet through surrender, we are freeing ourselves from what complicates and clouds the mind. We allow the heart to naturally open, revealing the peace and ease we have always longed for. True freedom is realizing that everything we seek externally has always existed within. The soul's yearning is not for more of the outer world, but for union with its infinite source. As we choose to surrender to the divine intelligence guiding life, we tap into a boundless reservoir of love and joy that no external experience could ever replicate. In this state of grace, every breath becomes sacred, and each moment is rich with meaning and connection. Distractions no longer hold power over you. Your life is an ecstatic dance of unity and complementary energies that appear to be opposites. Yet truly, everything is working under one source. And seeing this, all separation dissolves. We realize we are not separate from God. This is the ultimate liberation, a life lived in harmony with the divine. It's a way of being where we feel free to embody the joy, peace, and orgasmic bliss that resides at nature of our being. When the ego surrenders fully, the heart becomes a radiant portal to infinite understanding, and the flow of life unfolds with effortless perfection. When we stop complicating this life with unnecessary habits, we allow for more time to open our hearts to feeling this perfection. Then the true understanding and connection in all of our relationships begins to flow effortlessly. We're all here to learn how to align with the infinite power of this universe and create a life of abundance, love, and joy. We're not here to fight the life. We're not here to fight each other. None of it. Period. So we're here to discover really, truly, who and what we are. The distraction is the out there. And, we've been taught to believe that it's out there. And it's never been out there. You just reach inside and it's all there. And it just depends on how you perceive everything, how you perceive it, how you view it. I think a lot of people have said that, I've had a lot of people say that, this life sucks, and what's the purpose of it? Why so much suffering? Well, the universe is not punishing you or deeply loving you. The universe is responding to the vibrational attitude that you are emitting. The more joyful you are, the more well-being flows to you. That came from Abraham Hicks. And we say this a lot because we have to say it a lot. Because things pull us away constantly. They pull us away. Let's say if you have a specific dream or desire that is too big for you to achieve, then it's time to start using a super fuel to get your manifesting engines roaring. Perhaps you have this lofty goal that's as difficult to reach as flying to the moon on a paper airplane. Maybe you want to erase a huge debt, triple your income, take a 6-month trip around the world, manifest your soulmate, run a marathon, write a bestseller, or perhaps become a famous musician. Whatever it is that you want, big or small, it does not matter. When you feel this deep, intimate connection with the all-powerful, universal God source, you know that anything is possible for you. All dreams and desires are manifested with effortless ease for someone who is in touch with the universal mind. I talk about us ascending into a universal civilization, which is much different than where we're at right now. Universal civilization is in heart-mind. And see, when the moment you feel this connection with the universe, start visualizing what you want, magical things begin to occur. How much time do you spend consciously feeling connected to this universe, visualizing that your desires are coming your way. 5 seconds, 5 minutes. What are you spending your time on visualizing? Are you imagining what you want or what you don't want? Are you wasting your time watching someone else on TV live live out their life's dream? If so, how is this habit empowering you? Did you know that, and it's interesting because these are old numbers, but let's just say, this is 2004 study. This is at 21 years ago. University of California. The average American watches 170 minutes of TV a day. So, what is it? Just shy of 183 hours. How could anybody watch 3 hours? What would happen if you took the time to visualize yourself manifesting your ideal dream life instead of entertaining the ego watching TV? Watching TV is an activity that lowers your overall manifesting vibration because most shows, movies, and programming are focused on some complaint or horrific drama about life. And isn't it interesting? If you look at the advertising and stuff, and then the TV, they talk about programming, right? Interesting, isn't it? Well, that's the program that you're going to watch. But they use the word programming. These dramas, they make life seem more complicated, problematic, and unconsciously teach you to follow the dynamics of having poor, unenlightened relationships, doesn't it? If you want to increase your vibration, start living an empowered life that you love, turn off the outer TV. Devote that time to your inner TV. Use your time on this planet wisely. Your mind is very powerful. Harness it to only visualize yourself doing what you most want to see, experience, and have manifested with the inner TV of your mind. However you view it, however you perceive it, it all comes from within. That's why so many people are frustrated, because they believe that it's out there somewhere. You're going to find it. It's out there somewhere. And it's all within. And the moment that we begin focusing on things of lower vibrational frequency, that's all we're going to get. And we get so used to it that some of it actually feels good to us. Now, many of us have been caught in old visualization habits of worrying, fearing, hoping things are different than what they are. Just notice where you are spending your time on activities that are not boosting your manifesting vibration. Perhaps you keep affirming that you want to change your life and manifest more abundance, yet you constantly slip back into familiar patterns of procrastinating, hoping, praying, and wishing things would change. If or when you are engaging in any activities that are leaking your manifesting energies, you are probably experiencing what it feels like to run up a mountain of molasses and slipping back down. If there's one thing that is 100% certain in this world, It's that your entire life will change when you truly shift your mindset. And the secret to engaging your super manifesting booster rocket is learning how to generate a magical manifesting mindset. And doing it first thing in the morning. That's the start. To create this amazing state of mind, you first set the sacred intention every night before you go to bed that you're going to have a highly charged, emotionally joyful, playful, and deeply inspirational approach to the following day. This intention needs roots and wings to really get your manifesting engines roaring, which is why you invent and create certain statements, comments to yourself, mantras, motivational words. Again, it all boils down to one thing, is that we've decided to reprogram ourselves. Instead of having the ego mind run us, we run in. Instead of being in yesterday and tomorrow where ego mind is, we're in the now. Big difference. Instead of worrying, stressing, and fearing yesterday and tomorrow, you're in joy, bliss, contentment, peace, in the now. See, the quiet of the now affords us the opportunity to master not only our ego mind, but our thoughts. And the whole purpose of that is so that you direct things. Okay, so, I want this way, so on and so forth. You send it out. There's no doubt. There is no doubt about it happening. If one were to, or when one goes in and stays within, is in the now, eventually they will discover that the bodies they're in, they'll be able to, because of the power, they'll be able to stay in those bodies for a long time and not have the bodies age. This is why I talk about, also I talk about know your body. It's imperative. Look throughout all of, at least in this lifetime, to date, to now, look at how things have been and are. Do we see progression? Do we? When we're looking at it from outside. Do we see progression? See, when you look at something and you don't engage it, which the ego mind is constantly doing everything it can to get you to do that. But you get to the point where you master and you don't engage it. So you have this quietness that then affords you the opportunity to view just exactly what all this stuff is. What's its purpose? And you discover that being in the now is peace. No hustle bustle, no hurry, no worry, no stress, no fear, no schedule. Isn't there. And it's a commitment from those who just say, it's time for me to go within. It's time for me to discover all that there is to discover within me. And that's the golden road. One might ask, well, why is it that so many of us don't do that? Maybe on rare occasion, visit once in a while. Well, it's because we're so distracted from exterior, right? It's from exterior. What we do not comprehend we won't know where to begin. You don't have awareness, you're not going to know where to begin. And see, when you're not aware of certain things, it's an unknown, most people fear it. If they fear it, are they going to embrace it? Some will, but there's a lot that won't, just out of the fear. And as we build these waves of indecisiveness with ourselves and wondering what's next, how to be in meditation and not get antsy, like it's a duty. Oh boy, that's over. But that it's a joy. Realizing that every single particle that you will ever need, ever desire or want, is within you. Yet we spend most of our energy outside, getting distracted, perceiving, all of it. Which means that we're interacting with the ego mind. You could talk about that forever. Right? You could say, wow, I really do have to get to my ego mind. And I have to learn how to master it. Right? But it's wanting to. A lot of people don't care to. Once you confine yourself to this ever-present moment, you become totally complete, whole, and healed, just as you are. And the greatest pleasure in this life comes from surrendering to what is here now. And within this moment is the transformation from a life of trying, doing, and achieving into purely being. Huge difference. Right now you can have all the good feelings, love and joy you can imagine. It is all available now within our mind-body. We have a personal, unlimited source of pleasure inside of us right now. The amount of pleasure that we can experience has no limit and is always available for our enjoyment. This ultimate gold mine of discovery is found within the deepest realms of our innermost being. The normal pleasures that we're used to experiencing every day happen out of a cause and effect situation. For example, when a delightful thing occurs on the outer world, like your favorite ice cream, then a new experience manifests within your inner world, taste buds bursting with joy. Anytime you purchase something you think will make you happy, you get a few moments of pleasure and satisfaction. You then merely fall back into the seeking for more of it from another source in the outer world. And whether it is a compliment, a smile, a funny email, or a hug, you've been conditioned to find the source of pleasure that is outside of your physical body. The illusion that pleasure is found out there is truly a delusion that makes one powerless, dependent, a slave to the advertising industries around the world. So we invite you to end the endless searching outside of yourself for quick happiness fixes. It's time you learned how to free your mind, tap into an outrageous amount of pleasure from within your body-mind at any time you desire. And the first step to learning the sacred discovery is learning how to welcome this moment of your life as the most special, sacred moment of all. Your mind is the only thing blocking you from fully being here now. Start accessing unlimited pleasure. Drop the mind and open up to a state of infinite being. Start with accepting the truth that you are not just this body, filled with blood and bones, that has a constant flow of thoughts pouring through it. You are consciousness itself. And within that experience, you'll find you are a soul that does not die. Relax into this message so that it reaches every atom in your body-mind. Let it absorb into your being at a cellular level in this very moment of your life. The more you can relax into it, the more open, spacious, and loving this moment becomes. Rest deeply, and this universe, this universal truth, will help set you free. And the ultimate pleasure within you comes naturally to you on its own accord. It cannot be forced or manipulated to occur. In fact, quite the opposite is true. It happens effortlessly when you are resting deeply, simply being with everything that is. When you are deeply at peace, totally relaxed with yourself, your life and everything and everyone in it, just as they are right now, massive pleasure arises. These things do not have to change for you to find peace inside you. You have full permission to relax and allow this life to be the way it is right now. Nothing needs to happen so that you can relax deeper. You can simply choose to let go of the mind's struggle to change everything and consciously choose to slow down. Turn your attention within. Look deeper inside yourself. This is what you haven't truly done yet, and is the doorway to letting ultimate pleasure come flooding in. The deeper you can dive within yourself, the easier it is to see, feel, and explore the divinity within your being. You can only know others as intimately as you know yourself. The more open you are to experiencing everything that is inside you, no matter how ugly, depressing, angry, or shameful it is, more joy, pleasure, and bliss can enter your being. Those who cry hard can laugh even harder. Whatever uncomfortable feeling you discover inside you is just a feeling, and it's going to change with time. You might as well experience it while it's here, because the more you resist and avoid it, the more it tends to stick to you. The more you allow for whatever experience you're having right now, the more you turn into the great pleasure vessel that you actually are. There's nothing more important than finding peace with yourself. You'll merge with the ever-flowing eternal river of good feelings, infinite love, eternal peace, and total freedom when you finally come to rest at the core of your being. Learn to sit quietly, in silence, meditate for long periods of time on stillness. When you dive inside yourself, only find a city of various lunatic personalities living in one big madhouse without any doors. This is a good sign. You are simply resurfacing old abandoned garbage, cleaning house, clearing away the emotional muck that wasn't taken to the local dump and not the recycling center. Permanent bliss that we are is inside and beneath this enlightening pile of junk within. Our inner mess can distract us, to motivate us, all depending on our approach to it. So let it inspire you to dive straight into the core of your being. Do not stop to be drained and entertained by any broken, angry, victimized, heartless house inside you. Look in their cellars. Notice what's underneath at the foundation of your being. Once you dig deep enough and wait long enough, you'll strike a small vein of satisfaction within and never be the same again. When you discover that which is truly real, satisfying and everlasting inside your core, it's very hard to become addicted and hypnotized again by false promises of temporary outer pleasures. You'll be able to really enjoy that decadent slice of chocolate cake now, because the temporary joy it gives you will be fed by an eternal spring of pleasure from a deeper well within. So in quiet time, this meditation, actually embrace the God that you are, and remember, the God is within the soul. Full body hug. Visualize it. Picture it. Not a 2-second cheek press. Embrace it, and then let everything go. In the now, that's easy to do. It just drops away. If you want to give it to something, give it to the universe. Say, universe, here, this is yours. I don't care to carry it. Remember, there's no great flash. There's no galactic center of the sun. The galactic sun, the grand central sun. There is you. There is a light, bright, brighter than anything out there, which is you within that body. You are the God. You are the heaven. You're the kingdom of God. You are source creator. You embody all of it, the essence of all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. Therefore, you are it. Joining the meditation, I'll return to close sound. Take an easy and slow breath in through the nose. And an easy and slow breath out from the mouth. Remain still, focused on your body, relaxing into your body. Focus on the breath rising and falling. Don't wait another minute to be at peace. Simply surrender to the most relaxed part of you. Peace is already here at the very center of your innermost being. Our deepest, true spiritual essence is always at ease. It knows this is all an eternal game. You surrender to it, slowly and softly, and just let peace find you. Take this with you for the rest of the day, into the evening and night, the following morning. We'll return here Monday, January 13, 2025. Up to 3:15 p.m. Eastern to continue our global guided meditation call. Be gentle, kind, generous, and humble with yourself at all times. Be in the highest of the highest high, deepest of the deepest, deepest, purest, the purest, purest, eternal gratitude at all times, no matter what's going on within you, nor outside of you. Open your heart and allow the magic to flow in.